7.
Hello, everybody. We are back from break for more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thanks for watching. So when we left our heroes, they had just finished a wild ride of a morning and had then finished off the day with various tasks, various work days, etc. Some shopping and trying to, finance the party from Matashtai, some more research from Ezrah, bones, chasing leads with poison, and working on magic items, and then Ashes schmoozing up to a new potential ally faction scenario. So we'll see how that turns out. So
read Elf Daddy.
So you have all reconvened back at the Lifted Spirits. It is early evening, and you have been introduced to your new nightly security, Leandri, a halfling, younger female halfling, it seems. She is almost kind of like, I don't hate to say it, but I don't want to just like stereotype or anything like that, but she's got painted black eyes and she's got a piercing through her lower lip.
She's a goth?
She's basically like, she is the knight because she is the knight.
I appreciate that.
You got competition, Bones.
So, but Cine
there's no way she's more knight than I am.
Cine seems pretty convinced by her skills. And she seems to understand the job and be relatively cool about it.
Does Waterdeep have castle laws?
What?
Like if someone enters the establishment, can you rightfully kill them?
Oh, castle. Okay. Gotcha.
The castle doctrine? Yeah.
No.
Damn.
They do not.
I know. I get what that comes from, but all I can think of is Frank Castle.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, king of the castle. Someone enters your home.
No. Waterdeep is definitely situational justice, right? It's absolutely like if you are attacked in your home and you kill someone in self-defense, sure, you're fine. But if you just kill someone because they're in your home, absolutely not.
I mean, obviously breaking in after hours, like...
No. The answer is not normally, no. There has to be belief or intent of harm.
Well, I did get deadly poisoned.
B&E seems like a pretty good indication of...
You forget... Guys, they have magic that can force you to tell the truth.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, but then they know that you're not telling the truth. So if someone breaks into your place and you kill them and they go, okay, will you submit to a zone of truth and tell us that you honestly felt your life was threatened?
The courts have actually ruled that zones of truth are not admissible.
Oh, really? I overlooked that little piece of information.
They're too easy to be fudged.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that the entire, half the order of magists and protectors no longer had valid use within the city of Waterdeep. My bad.
Look, it's cool, man. It happens.
Damn, almost like a whole slew of people trained only to do polygraph tests.
Polygraph tests and
divine magic. Fuck you. Get out of here. Take your pseudoscience and shove off. All right. So what do you guys want to do?
So
damn, I'm really feeling like a drink.
Well, you look like a cat.
Okay.
I walk out.
So, Wait, are you actually just like leaving?
Yeah, I come back in after a second.
Oh,
And I just look at Ashes.
so
You know what you did.
Vincent Trench is here, and he does give you a report. And he tells you that there was pretty much nothing of note throughout the entirety of the day. Unsurprising considering the amount of activity that was around the tavern this morning, what with the watch and guards, etc., being brought here. He almost says that in an almost insulting tone, kind of like I don't understand why you hired me to do this thing and then brought a bunch of guards around. What the fuck kind of tone, right?
I mean, I agree with him 100%.
But he does then say, however, after things died down later this afternoon, a certain someone passed by the bar 3 times in the space of about 20 minutes.
Damn, was it Farul? What the fuck's his name again?
Froon.
Farun.
Fa-Rule? Is this like the Faerunian Ja Rule going on over here?
Ja Rule.
Look, if we're being honest, Farul was pretty close to the guy's name, alright?
Emic Faroon? That's nowhere near close.
Emic Froon, Farul.
It's a yikes for me, dog.
Oh my god. No. So, Vincent he supplies you with that information, and then feeling like his part here is done, and you can see just like these red shot eyes and bags. He's like, bye, and he just walks out.
Does the description mean anything to us?
Say what?
Does the description of the person mean anything to us?
No, he tells you straight up who it was. He gives you the name. He tells you it was Emic Froon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's investigated him. He knows the man.
Who he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he straight up tells you, in the mid-afternoon, Froon just walked by and then out of eyeshot, but he came back and forth 3 times in the space of about 20 minutes, and each time he seemed to be interested in the going-ons within the spirit as he was walking past.
I love that we know exactly who's fucking with us.
We don't know.
We have no way to prove it. We know this motherfucker.
Look, we can go break into his house right now.
I don't wanna. I mean, I want to. I absolutely want to.
I do not.
I mean, look.
But
do you think you can get in there and get evidence and not be found?
Nope. I don't.
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah,
I don't believe could do that. No, not at all.
No, I don't believe could do that.
What are you talking about? I'll knock some cups over.
Hey, does he live above his bar like us? Do we know that? Was that in Trench's report where the boy lives?
The boy.
His first report.
It is it would have been Vincent would have assumed he has seen no other properties that Froon owns, and
if he has them under an LLC.
And normally Froon spends the nights within the bar, within Froon's Brews. So that is the assumption that Trench has made.
So let me put it this way. I don't think that we should break into someone's home. I think that is a violation of their privacy, and it doesn't sit well with me.
Actively tried to kill 2 of us.
But can I finish what I was going to say?
You may.
Thank you. But doing so may save lives. If we can get in there and find evidence, get this man behind bars, we could potentially save people. Now, obviously, there's going to be risk. You get caught, it's not going to be good.
Okay.
But
I morally object.
Your moral objection is noted.
But if you think you can do it,
I mean, why don't we just go over there and like hang out and see what happens?
definitely not
No.
sketch. The four of us hanging
Bad
out.
idea.
All right, I'll take
So-
Anastas. Y'all hang out here then. Y'all do Anastas's job.
About that.
Entertain.
Yes.
Yep. So what if we went more like passive aggressive? What if we put a new item on our menu, which is like half of our cheapest alcohol mixed with half water, and we call it like Froon's Best?
What if he? I mean, sure.
He
we could
literally
do that.
walks in with a shotgun, just.
Oh shit.
We'd sell it for like a copper.
That's some
I def-
spiteful shit
I-
to
That's
say.
some real passive aggressive like marketing war shit right there, honestly. Oh fuck. It's dumb as shit, but it's like
It's just dumb enough.
I think it's funny. I think. We
yeah,
should
I'm not
definitely
saying
do
it wouldn't
but-
work. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
yeah.
it doesn't solve your poison problem.
It's got the potential of pissing him off so much he does something dumb.
I mean, he already has, it sounds like.
Like, I'm not saying I am and am not doing anything, but I definitely am going to go skulk around there tonight.
All right, well, you do that. We're gonna make some shitty ale and call it Froon's Best.
Okay. Oh, hey, I go and I tell Anastas specifically about my about the dead drop. Look at-
Anastas is your dead drop contact.
Look at it, yeah,
Nice.
because he can like change his face and shit, and then go get it, and then come back.
they can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, they can like double back and like change and come back.
That's actually a really good point. They absolutely can, like, 100% just, like, that's the best dead drop individual, period, aside from someone that's, like, completely invisible, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Like, that's pretty good. All right.
Yeah, but here's the thing: people can.
Here's the thing: like, this is a covert thing, and you kind of like approach Anastas about this, and it's off the books, right? Like, this isn't a for the bar thing necessarily. This isn't a Cine sanctioned thing. Anastas is like, oh, finally, thank God. Oh,
Looking down.
Oh.
I was about to murder someone.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get our
and-
hands dirty.
and they talk to you, Bones, and they're like, I'll be honest, I'm trying my best here. You all provided me with a wonderful opportunity, but it's just so boring half the time.
Yeah, I could feel that.
Now, I enjoy the music and the entertainment and everything like that, but all the rest of it, the mundane day-to-day lifestyle is ugh.
We gotta find something for that man to do.
Spy shit. What do you-
Yeah, we gotta come up with more spy shit.
All right. All right, so you inform Anastas. They will be on the lookout in the future. Okay, what else is happening? So the three of you are at the bar creating Froon's Best, while Bones goes and does skullduggery.
I'm gonna
Just
smoke
the
around.
cheapest swill we could possibly produce.
Cine
Literally.
loathes this idea. Right? Most of the other staff love it. The only person that is somewhat in between is Guillaume, and it is because he is conflicted about not having something awesome on the menu, right? But also he thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, he's
Well, I mean, here's the thing: it's a joke item. We're not expecting it to sell at
Like
all.
literally on the sign, I wanted to just say something like "not the best."
Well, the price alone should.
Or I mean, we don't even have to do that. We could just put best in quotation marks.
There
You
we
need
go.
quantity, not quality.
Well, you
Just
already
says
you already have
best
drinks
in
for
Comic
that. Yeah.
Sans.
In Comic Sans, yeah.
Oh no!
All right. Then I think we flip over to Bones. Bonesy boy.
Uh-oh.
You...
I put my hood up. I put my mask of Halaster on.
Okay.
No one
So
will know what we got. I'm Halaster Blackcloak.
I will say, how late are you going over there? Are you going over there,
Night.
towards
light.
like just as soon as it's starting to turn evening, or are you waiting until kind of like closing-ish time, or what?
Crazy time.
Before you go, I give you
what's
the
up?
smoke flask. But I give you the smoke flask just in case.
Damn, smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Don't shatter it, please. Don't.
Do not break it. Just open it. Just
No.
open it.
No, throw it down. Leave it there. Love it.
I like how immediately I'm like, no, don't do that.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my plan. I want to go over there first. I'm gonna just kind of mess around. This is no mask on, and I want to just look like a normal person. I just go over,
Septicat.
just kind of.
Okay. So,
I just kind of
if
hang
that's
out.
if that's the
Like
case, let me interject real quick.
Okay, interject.
So if you are heading over there at kind of like an early evening type thing,
Yeah.
as
like I'm
you
there
were
to party.
leaving, once again, Cine, he kind of like, oh, so what's happening? And his attention again is outside as you see once again the lamplighters lighting. I say lamplighters. There is a lamplighter at your street light, lighting it, and then they just walk back across the street, Seldun, and continue on with their route.
Okay, I tell him like as I'm leaving. Like, yeah, they said that the guild takes care of its own. I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
It seems self-explanatory to me.
Are we a part of the guild?
Is Froon?
Dina didn't have a clue.
What guild? There's a bar guild?
Yeah. Well, he assumes you're talking about the Lamplighters Guild.
Yes. Because that was what the lamplighter told you.
Am I? This seems more ominous than not now. No, either way, that's what they said.
All right.
And you would disappear into the night, or
You head down the street, down the alley, cross over to Delzorin, and you find the entrance, or you find Brune's Brews. You go in, normal, just a part of the crowd. Let's rephrase that. Just a part of the crowd. There's like, you come in, it's a decently sized place. There's probably about 10 tables in here or so, right? A little bit of countertop seating. It's bigger than the Lifted Spirits is, honestly.
Which one of these buildings is it?
It is almost all the way on the tail end of Delzorin Street and Tollskull Alley. It is...
Like here?
Nope, wrong direction. It is
Here?
west.
this boy right here.
Okay.
Helpful
to know.
So, this place is bigger than the Lifted Spirits. Lifted Spirits typically has, at any given time, 15, 20 people in it during busy hours. This is what you would consider to be about peak hours for the Lifted Spirits. When you left, there was a crowd in the bar eating, right? And making merry and listening to Anastas. There are 5 people in here.
Fuck this guy.
One of them is the bartender, and one of them looks to be like a bouncer.
Damn, that's sad for them.
Yeah.
Damn, I wonder
I
how he
feel
got
nothing
money
for this man. He tried to poison us.
Well, I just wonder how he got money for 2 doses of super expensive poison.
That was his life saving. That was his pension.
I mean, it was several thousand gold.
Literally, that's what he was retiring on.
Maybe.
Now he's retiring on revenge.
Do they do Roth IRAs in Waterdeep?
What do you think the answer to that question is?
Okay, add that to my list. Checking Roth IRAs. Both things I'm going to establish in Waterdeep.
Good luck.
I will.
Zach's the character who starts the MMO and just plays the merchant class.
Yeah.
He needs to get one of those like little green transparent hats.
The visors.
Yeah, the visor. With the cigar too off the side. Yeah,
I love those hats. I have the accounting lamp in my office at work.
Nice.
Okay, so does anyone in here look like they match the description of Froon?
The bartender does. And you come in, he sees you, and his eyes go wide.
Mad. Damn, he looks mad. Okay, I just walk up. I just sit down. Hey? Can I get a... I don't know. Fucking... normal one? They don't have cold ones here, right?
You should ask for Froon's best.
It's just... He seems taken aback, and then he kind of like almost reacts. He seems like he reacts in these jerky motions, like uncontrolled, right? Like he doesn't know what to do.
Then I watch him. I'm watching real hard.
And
okay.
he goes about and he pulls out a tankard and he kind of like gives it a quick inspection and he walks over to a tapped barrel and there's a little spigot on it and he pours you an ale and he brings it over to you and he says, shard.
Wow, a shard. Must be good stuff. I give him a shard.
Drop it down, flop it over.
Start drinking.
It's swill. It's disgusting. It's horrendous. To pay a shard for this is insulting.
Yep, I figured so. I'll try and keep a straight face.
It's hard.
So,
like,
yeah, did you hear?
It's incredibly sour to the point to, you know, those plants that are kind of like slightly poisonous and they'll get into like the sides of your cheeks and kind of like sting and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, it's not just like cheap drunk. Obviously, because it's not cheap. It's bad. It's real bad.
I'm like, yeah, all right. Is that the price for me or just for everybody?
Regular price.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Also, an angry bartender.
Right.
And you see at this point, right, the bouncer-looking guy, which doesn't look very bouncery, right? But he's standing next to the door, arms crossed. He's kind of like a lanky, younger-looking guy, right? He kind of like starts at this point, like it sounds like Froon's a little angry, so he kind of like straightens up and looks over inquisitively.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, hey. So I'm like watching him real close. I want to see it because I want to see like if he looks anywhere, anything like that. Hey, did you hear about the poisoning down the block? They found poison.
He's like, bitch, I know who you are.
Well, he hasn't said that yet, so I'm pretending like he doesn't know.
Now I'm trying to figure out what kind of a roll that was.
Yeah, his eyes dart to a what looks to be like a back room on the left side of the building back behind the bar. And he says, "I ain't heard nothing. Sounds like horse shit to me."
Oh, really? There was like guards and watch, and there's a ton of people here. You taking care of all your regulars, or what was going?
Yeah. I don't like all these questions. I think you need to leave.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
And,
See you
and
later.
when he says that, right, the kind of tall, lanky kid kind of like begins to walk over, right? Slow, like strut, like full, like sway arms.
That, I mean, that's cool, but when I get up, he definitely sees I have 15 knives on me.
Sure,
So,
absolutely.
Like,
Right?
like, actually, I think that's under. I think I have like 18 knives.
Okay, that is
so
not-
as you kind of stand up and he gets close enough, he says, there a problem, Mr. Froon?" "No, I don't think there is. This one was just leaving."
Yeah, I can see you're
Roll
real busy.
intimidation.
I don't need to intimidate them. You said it, which side of the bar? The back right?
Back left.
Back left. Alright, I leave.
Okay.
I'm just
So
gonna go-
for what it's worth, right, there are only 2 doors that you can see here in the bar. The back left leads somewhere, you're not sure, but the back right, there is a door that is marked as a lavatory, basically.
Okay. Not the lavatory. Maybe the office.
Or
Okay.
bedroom.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, yeah, whatever, I leave.
Okay, you leave.
Now I'm gonna go.
Make a
I
perception
wanna
check as you leave.
Okay. Perceiving.
Well, yeah, still.
12.
Okay. Your passive is still 20, though, right?
Yeah, my passive is 20.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh, damn, he's so stealthy. He's a god, dude.
Okay.
I applaud him.
It'd be better if you just kind of glance over your shoulder and you see him openly weeping on the bar.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go and find like 15 people. And I'm gonna give them each 2 shards.
That's honestly actually going to be a challenge. Keep in mind, it's
There's
the
no
middle,
like youths.
it's the middle of winter, and it's basically like 8 or
Yeah,
9
I'm
o'clock
kidding,
at this
you're a
point. So you're trying to find 15 people just hanging out on the streets?
Yeah, deciding what to do with their night.
No, like, not impossible, but what are you trying to accomplish? The problem is trying to, like, you could find a couple of smatterings here or there, like 2 or 3 people here or there, but you're not going to find just one group of 15 people.
Well, yeah, no, obviously, yeah. I'm gonna offer them each 2 shards to go to his bar and have a drink.
So when you tell them specifically, right?
And I'm paying, like, I'm giving them a shard, right? You can pay for your drink with this shard.
The first group, the first 2 young men. that
And
you
I'll be
approach-
honest, I don't care if you drink it or not. I just want you to go in there and like exist for a while.
So the first one, when you say, "I'll pay you 2 shards to go have a drink at Froon's Brews," he says, "A hard pass. That place is shit."
Yeah, it is.
Guys, I don't think our version of Froon's best is gonna be as bad as his best.
I'll pay you 2 shards. I'll give you 2 shards to go in there and just like rabble rouse for a while.
All this shit costs a shard, and if you don't buy anything within the first like minute and a half that you're in there, he kicks you out.
That's why I'm giving you 2 shards.
So you want me to go spend a shard on his swill, and then you watch the one of them's kind of like, actually that's a
Literally,
shard.
what else are you doing?
And the other one's like, but I thought we were gonna go over to Jerrison's. Like, why are we doing? What is that going on?
Jerrison.
And
First of all,
so the first one's
I
like,
say first of all, Jerrison's is not as good as the Lifted Spirits, and second of all, what else are you doing?
it's like, look, we had
Jerrison's
plans
their
for the
friend.
night. And you realize to kind of like to convince these people, you're probably gonna have to offer them something more, or you're gonna have to figure out a different way to convince them.
Offer them something more, or figure out a different way.
Like they either need more to grease the palm to get them to do it,
I
or
understand
they
that.
need some other sort of incentive.
Could offer them a free drink at our bar, which is vastly superior. But then I gotta pay for drinks and lose money. What kind of stuff do I have on me?
You got some
what if I
big
give-
guns?
What if I give you 2 shards and 10 darts each?
Roll a persuasion check.
Darts do you have?
Roll a fucking
I have
persuasion
20.
check.
Am I talking to 2
There's
of them?
like a 50-50 chance of one of these guys really liking darts. So the first guy's like, what, darts? What? And the second guy's, hold. What kind of darts are we talking about here?
Hold up.
Kind of kill people?
Let me see one of these.
Show him. It's a dart. I made it.
Oh, no. Pretty cool. Wait, you said you made this?
It's made out of bone. Yeah, worm bone. Worm bone
Holy
Industries
shit.
over on.
Wait, I can buy these?
Yeah, you definitely can. We're over on.
You do like custom
wherever-
orders?
Oh, we definitely do.
Yeah, and then the whole thing just devolves into an entirely different situation.
Yeah, now it's about something different. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Fuck me. All right, so with that, you were able to convince this group, and we'll say to avoid other things. If you're wanting to get 15 total, what you'll need to do is, so this first 2 you gave 2 shards each to. If you want to get another couple, you'll need to do 3 shards per. Okay. To avoid having to like smooth and persuade.
You know
every
what? I
single
don't
one.
care. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 times 13.
Yep.
Is 39 shards. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Put me down to 9 shards total. All right.
All right. After about an hour of like arranging
I'm gonna go
this,
skulk. I'm skulking now.
okay. So there's you start skulking, and there's a fair number of people at Froon's Brews now because they've been bought and paid for. Crowds on demand. Very nice. But it seems like the individuals that are there are trying to make a lively time of it.
Yeah, but the place sucks. It's fine.
Yeah. So what are you trying to do? What's your plan?
All right. I want to skulk down the alley on the side of the building where he looked.
Okay.
Skulk.
Roll me stealth check.
And I'm looking around. For instance, is there a second story? Where are windows located? Things like that. Does this side of the building, does that where that door would maybe be? Does it look like it's a staircase?
I feel you. Roll me a stealth check.
Stealth check! Advantage because of boots.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
29.
29.
This is
Okay.
a big number. is a big number.
They're not. All right, so you begin to skulk about, trying to gather information, and what you find, this is really quick and pathetically easy for you, almost, right? You're down a small alley with a couple of boxes and barrels. There's basically some trash containers out here, and you find a roundabout in that general direction on that back corner of the bar. First things first, as you notice this, as you are pacing the place, the bar itself, right, the floor space for the bar seems to only be about 2/3 of the building space. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this back room, whatever it is also quite large. So you figure that out just in your initial like pacing of the entire building, and then you find there's an unbarred, unlocked window on the back corner, and you look in, and there's a like makeshift distillery back here.
Oh my god, he's making this shit?
Oh no.
That's sad for him. I'm now sad for him. Alright, well, whatever. I hop in.
Okay, yeah, it's a very easy scenario to kind of like
Hood and mask on.
And you drop down, and so you're kind of like in the window at first, right? And you look beneath you, and you see a bedroll rolled out on the side underneath this window. And it's relatively cramped in here because the distillery mechanisms are taking up the majority of the room. There's not a lot of space, and you see there's a little pile of clothes that look relatively disheveled and dirty.
I'm not gonna feel bad for the man that just jumped straight to poisoning.
I'm not trying to make you. I'm just describing what you see, my man.
8d6.
Could have franchise. Like we could have had an agreement. No, poisoning.
He used to have a fully furnished bedroom and lavish livings, but sold it all to buy this mixture of poisons to only dilute them further than their normal intent.
It's fine. I just paid his rent for a month with these goddamn people.
You find pictures of his mother, who he can no longer afford to keep.
You
in
drop
the
down.
Senior
You
home.
land. As you land, you see there is a tiny, like, little nightstand-ish. It's not really a nightstand, but it's basically functioning as a nightstand next to the bedroll. And there's like this little metal tin of a halfling woman.
Fucking everything. Oh.
and that's it.
Okay, stop for a second.
You can hear like there's just that door is off on the right of you in the corner, and it's that's absolutely that door that just leads right into the bar. You can hear just a ruckus happening over there.
A ruckus.
Listen, I'm trying to see if anyone like is coming to the door, like they heard me drop in, or like someone's already in here. Looking around. I notice anybody? Anybody coming?
Because of your massively high passive perception, you hear over the loud bar sounds here in this room on the other side past the distillery. Hear this.
Damn, he's asleep. I pad over there. Keep in mind, I move completely silently due to the boots of elevating bullshit.
Absolutely. You round this great big copper mind blanked.
Yeah, whatever. Distilling
Vat.
thing.
Yeah, vat. Big copper vat. And you see on basically the opposite wall from where you entered in this long room, not even on a bedroll, just a pile of rags, basically, is... At first you're like, oh, it's the bouncer. But then you realize, oh, wait a second. No, it's not. They look very, very similar.
It's two halflings in a trench coat?
No, it's a very tall, kind of like lanky, young human man. They look like they might be twins.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Wonder if he only lets the government know one exists, so he doesn't have to pay taxes.
And he's just snoring.
All right, I go back. I'm gonna rifle through his stuff.
Okay.
I'm keeping an ear.
Yeah.
I'm listening specifically for the snoring.
Absolutely. So, you begin to rifle through some of the stuff setting about here. Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. Not insight. Investigation.
Oof.
5.
So
should have took the glasses with you.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. It's fine.
So you begin to kind of rifle through everything, right? Taking careful detail of where things are, replacing things where they go. You find, just little odds and ends, pieces here or there. We'll cut to the chase. You find in a little drawer of the nightstand. You open it up, and there's a series of bottles. One of which, as you open the drawer, tips ever so slightly, and the cork falls off of it, and this little green liquid begins to pour out the side of it onto the wood of the nightstand. And as soon as it touches that wood, it begins to and smoke begins to trail up, and there's this stench of sulfur.
Damn. Shit.
What do you do?
Fuck. I tip it back up. Put it back in.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I got a +5.
You lose a hand.
Oh no!
An 8.
You're a little like, oh shit, and you reach down and you kind of like, you're trying to be careful, and part of it splashes up as you kind of like pick up the bottle, and it sprinkles across your hand and immediately begins to just like score your flesh. It burns through your fur almost instantaneously.
Oh, no.
There's the smell of flesh that immediately just like burnt hair, burnt flesh that
I'm scarred.
just goes up in the entire room. Holy shit, that's a bad roll. You take 10 burn damage as this just scores across your forearm, right?
Okay.
And all in an immediate aftermath, right? There's this kind of like, because you smell the whole room just like pungently sulfur and burning hair and burning flesh, right? That snoring across the way goes. What do you do?
I don't really want to murder him.
Jesus. God bless it.
What? I think it's a bad idea to murder. Why do you say God bless it?
I like.
He said it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Under that decision, you have to first consider it.
Yeah, that's what we're all thinking. Absolutely. That it had to be a consideration at all.
Well, if you really want to know my first 2 thoughts, it is probably shouldn't murder him. Should I go pour drop poison down his throat? Because That's my first two thoughts.
All right, Beauregard.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something she
Or-
did?
Or you pour the combination he tried to poison us with in his mouth, and
That's
then
probably murder. That's probably murder.
and
So,
then
he does
but
not
then
have
when it's
AB
investigated, they see this is the poison that he tried to use against them, and it all comes back to him.
But why would he kill his own person? That might actually
Because he's like, oh shit, I didn't kill anyone. Better kill myself.
What if it's his son though? Okay. Immediate reaction.
leave.
Yeah, I kind of think I just leave. Yeah, I think I just leave. I don't want to remove the evidence from the scene, so I just leave. Just real quick.
Okay.
Should I hide first? No, I just leave.
Are you trying to put everything back the way you found it before you leave?
Ooh.
I've already burned a hole in the goddamn drawer. What do you mean everything?
So, like, are you trying to like shut the drawer, like
I would like to shut the drawer.
put
yes.
everything like back the way, like, because you've been rifling through things a little bit here or there, right?
No, I think he's a fucking slob and has no idea what state this is in.
Yeah.
I do want to shut the drawer though. Yes.
Okay. So you shut the drawer. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
I'm just gonna say right now, if this man sees me, I'm pouring drow poison down his throat. That's my next.
I don't give a shit what. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
That's not bad.
Better.
Okay. In a panic, right? You rub your arm, kind of like try to toss the burning caustic liquid off, right? Brush it off, stamp it down. You hear that coughing, sputtering. You're like, shit, fuck, I have to get out of here. And you think, oh crap, let me close this real quick. And your instinct is to just like slam it shut, but you're like, oh fuck. And you very carefully close the drawer so as not to spill any more contents within.
True. Yeah, big true.
And almost immediately you're up the wall, out the window, and down the other side. As you are closing the window and just like falling down, alighting on the other side, you hear, "What the hell's going on in here? Oh god, that smell! Ugh! Jesus! Ricky! What are you doing? What happened?"
What'd you eat, boy?
Your presence does not seem to be noted immediately.
All right, I want to linger there for a second, listen, like to see if he like goes over, like if I can hear if he like goes over and like messes with the trash and shit.
So as you're doing that, right, you hear this shit, fuck, like right across the side from the door. You hear this banging, and then you hear this, and the window above you is opened.
Sweet, like a flat.
And you hear this kind of like this flapping, right? You hear this. What the hell was that, Ricky?
Acid falls onto you.
But
Roll Constitution to not scream.
it seems like Froon, because you can recognize the voice. He's trying to like air the place out, right?
Yeah.
Now that he's actually got customers and they're going to be stank out.
Yeah, and the kid Ricky, right? He's like, I didn't do nothing. I don't. No, what? It wasn't me. I was just sleeping. What do you do?
All right. I leave. I'm going back to the bar. Someone with not burnt hands needs to go report this immediately.
Okay. All right, you leave. It's a quick trip down the alley to the bar. As you are arriving, right, it's basically the rest of the alley is now being lit by the lamplighters. You make it into the bar where your friends are just kind of like finalizing exactly what goes into a Froon's best and how to advertise
Whoa.
it.
That's a change of direction.
All right, what happens?
All right, guys, I found it. He's dude's got some stuff going on. Dude's got some stuff. Also, I really burnt myself.
You can see, like, he's got these, they're almost like quarter-sized drops across his forearm of burnt hair and flesh.
But my poison guy said it would definitely probably do that.
I walk over and I place a hand on his burns, and I use my hands of healing. But as I do it, I look him in the eyes and I say, "Don't stab me next time."
Be more agreeable. I don't know what to tell
you. Oh shit!
Wait, so you knew it was gonna do this, and you still got some on you?
It was on purpose. All right, it was a tense situation.
Well,
I spent like a lot of money, like fucking too much.
By the way,
you
the
spent
healing
money?
the healing does mend your burnt flesh, and it's a
Yeah,
little
I had
odd.
a
It's
distraction.
tingly, and it feels almost kind of like the tingly and then cold. But
does it feel like my insides felt this morning?
The thing that's really weird though is that for some reason it seems like it tries to it doesn't succeed very well, but it's like almost like it tries to promote the hair growth. So almost immediately after this tingly cold feeling, you feel hair kind of like pushing up out of your arm because it's growing so fast, but then it stops only about like a millimeter or two up from your arm.
No,
So you still have these like little holes in your fur.
I like to think, and feel free to change this, but like I like to think that the monk healing is more of, it's not like an external force like cleric healing is.
Acupuncture.
It's like it's like your own
Internal,
chi
yeah.
and your own key.
I imagine
heals
it as
you.
I imagine it as you
yeah.
like promoting his natural healing.
Yeah.
So, like, what else? I'm assuming you knighted all over the place. What else? What did you find other than poison?
Okay, hold on. I need to cover this real fast. I knighted all over the place.
Yeah, you are the knight. So it's the
But
verb.
I was
is
all
knight.
okay. Yeah, so I went in there and it's a real shithole. Let me tell you that. Holy shit! And it's expensive. It's an expensive shithole. And sorry, go ahead, Jeremy.
I was just gonna corroborate what you're saying, Bones. Like from what you experienced, it is incredibly obvious to you why his bar is unsuccessful. He's selling
why does he keep
swill
that
and
up?
he's
Because
selling
he
it at a
sucks.
fucking high price, and he's got a shitty attitude and he treats his customers like trash. Like
He's
it's
just
just
a bad
like-
person overall.
Hey guys, so I don't know if we've talked about this, but maybe we solve this through business savvy. What if we offer to buy his bar?
We don't have we don't have that kind of money. What do you mean?
We still don't technically own this place. We own it, but
Look, do you ever really own anything?
yes.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know that you do.
Anyway,
You just
so
live a life of debt.
Yeah, so somebody should go to the watch like right now. He's got the poison in his bedside table, which also he lives there with the shitty place that he brews on the floor.
So here's the problem. If we go up to the guard and tell them, hey, the poison's here, they're first going to ask how we know that.
Where's Anastas? Anastas!
Anastas is finishing up a set. They come over. Yeah, boss, what's up?
Hey, can you change your face and go tell the guard anonymously where this poison is? You heard the poison is X place.
Well, you see, I would be very interested in doing that. Only the watch gets real persnickety with us shapeshifters.
How are they gonna know you're a shapeshifter? It's dark.
Well, if they suspect, then silver.
Okay.
What if
Nasty stuff.
you paid someone else to give the tip, but you changed your face to this third party?
Sure, doable. Got some coin?
I spent a lot today, guys. I spent a lot.
I give Anastas a gold piece.
Is that going to be enough?
Bro, for someone to deliver a message, that's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
I
Should be fine. All right.
Hold on.
What's
Let's
the
think
message?
about this really. Let's think about this real fast. Will the guard act on an anonymous tip like that quickly? Because it has to be right now.
that they won't do anything quickly. Period.
Unless it's shut us down.
Right.
They haven't been very quick about that.
Only because
They
they're
would have had someone died.
Oh yeah, the real fucking quick.
All right, whatever. I think the guy's an idiot anyway. It'll probably still be there. Yeah, so we definitely I write it out. Froon has poison in his nightstand, and I draw a little diagram. You know, the little vats and then the nightstand.
As you are drawing this,
You do realize they can trace that, right?
as you are drawing
what?
this,
I'm not signing
there
it.
is suddenly silence. That kind of like a hush that falls in the tavern.
Uh-oh.
As in walk two individuals. One, a portly older man with curly hair, facial hair and everything like that, dressed in robes. And the other, decked out, an older gentleman decked out in the garb of a veteran watch member, walk into the bar. And they walk up to the counter. They walk up to the counter. Neither of them acknowledge you. Right?
Sure.
And they tap on the bar, right? And they said, two of your, what is... No, because they would use...
Please don't say fruit's best.
No, they would say, two ghouls, please.
Ghouls, alright, we don't have them thematically named.
We ghoul them up.
Right? And Liff, your ghost bartender, goes about serving them. And while this is happening, Barnabas and Seath turn to each other, and they're having a conversation. And Barnabas says, "Oh, wow, Seath, these days just keep getting stranger and stranger, don't they?" He says, "Ah, that they do, Barnabas." Barnabas says, "The dangerous world we live in these days, isn't it?" He says, "It sure is, Barnabas." He says, well, I can't imagine what would happen to someone if they were dealing with incredibly dangerous alchemical creations. There's just so much that can go wrong with that type of material. And Seath says, real dangerous stuff. Kind of stuff that you have to be real careful with. Could burn down a whole city block, especially in these times, if you don't watch yourself.
Do they want us to burn down his bar?
No, Jesus.
Of course, that's what we do, right? We keep an eye out and an ear out for these types of dangerous materials. You know? Real illegal stuff, you know? Barnabas says, yeah, that is very true. But it's a tough job, you know? So much happening in the city at any given time. The good thing we can trust the citizens of Waterdeep to report what they see, right? He says, yeah, that it is, Barnabas. And at this point, they have their drinks and they're silent for a few moments. They start to drink from their the ghoul, by the way, is red wine, I believe. So they start to like drink from these. They're not goblets necessarily, but they're kind of shaped like a low goblet would be, kind of, I guess. And they drank for a little while, and they say, or Barnabas says, well, Saith, unfortunately, it's been a long day. I should be getting back home. What about yourself? It says, well, I think I might head back to the post. Got a few more things I want to look into. Plus, who knows? We might happen upon some more information to act on.
Look, they want it.
And they both slap down 5 nibs, which I believe is the price for a ghoul. And they get up and walk out of the bar.
All right, I got this. I take my drawing. Fuck paying for this. I got this.
Okay.
I take my drawing. All right, I walk out. No, I go out the back. I hustle around the block.
Just cat dash. Stop. Cat dash. Stop.
Oh boy.
I hustle around the block, okay?
He does the oh shit. He does the Scott Pilgrim out the window thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he just left.
You just left.
Or the Kung Fu Hustle running scene.
There you go.
Oh, I love Kung Fu Hustle.
So good.
Oh.
Amazing movie.
Go ahead, Zach. Sorry.
All right. So I hustle around the block because I want to like meet them as they're walking.
Mm-hmm. They're both like walking north out of Troll Skull onto Ceridun Street, and you're so fast that they're walking at a leisurely pace, very leisurely pace, and you're so fast that they get like 30. They get down the steps of the spirits and then like 30 feet up just to the street when you're like coming down the corner.
All right, I fold up my drawing really fast, my letter, and I pretend to bump into him.
Oh,
hey guys, hey, yeah, watch guys.
Yes.
And I drop it on accident. Sleight of hand, drop it.
Okay. Be careful out here, sir. Keep your wits about you. Stumbling into strangers in the night can have ill consequences.
Yes, sorry about that. I got poisoned this morning.
You're fine. You're
It's
fine.
Quite tough. It looks as though you've dropped something. And then I walk off.
You hear Barnabas say, "Drop something." Oh, sir, this is not. And then you hear this shush from Safe.
I
right?
hustled around the corner. As soon as I said you, I hustled around the corner.
Even though you identified yourself as the person who just got poisoned.
Okay. All right.
Look, it's not. This is a political
scene.
thriller. Everyone knows
fades.
what's going on.
Scene fades at this point, and you guys you've delivered some information into Saith Cromley and Barnabas Blastwind's hands. We'll have to see what comes of it. All right, you head back into the spirits.
Yeah.
As he enters the safe. How'd it go?
I don't know, pretty well. Honestly.
Wait, you went that
All right.
way. Never mind.
Yeah, I just went for a quick jog. It was fine.
Look, from experience, y'all can cover some distance.
There are now like these rumors told in the night of this cat that just sprints down Troll Skull Alley at blinding speeds in the dead of winter.
Oh God. The tales of cats with zoomies.
the zoomies, yep, absolutely. Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm about it.
This is why, even though it's busted, this is why that is such a great skill for Tabaxi. It's so fitting. It's so fitting.
But the way you are.
It's so
can't
good. I
help
love it. Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm good. Like that's. All right, job well done. Job done, boys.
Job done.
Job done. Okay.
All right.
So, I mean,
so real quick, you think that's actionable? You think they're going to be able to do what they need to do off that? Do we need
I
to
think
stick around?
I think they want to. Didn't it seem like they just wanted, or they wanted us to burn their bar down? One or the other.
Well,
it's hard to tell.
I can say with absolute certainty that's not what they wanted.
Because I will. If you want that
I
done.
understand that you are perfectly willing and able to, Bones, but they did not intend that to be.
Like, I don't think that I can stress how much of a piece of shit this guy is.
I think you've done a good job, and so did the detective, and so did any other person we've talked to about him.
Hey, well, regardless, we got a severed king's hand to find tomorrow, so.
Oh yeah, we def do.
but yeah, that was the follow-up to my point. Are we good to head back down tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
I don't really have a grasp on the shadow, and I would be lying if I didn't say that it concerns me heavily how dependent we are on these and how little we know about them and their impact on us.
On that note, it's a little segue, but once I say this, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, okay, gotcha." But on that note, Bones, for that shit, you can take inspiration because that was a very characteristic thing for your character to do, but also pretty interesting and fun and kind of a cool situation to happen. So good job on that.
As the god seems to shine upon Bones, I say maybe we all just hop into his bag of holding.
Not the way I was directing that, but you can just give your own DM inspiration, right?
No, literally, he empties his bag into my bag, and then we all jump in his bag.
No.
I know. I did not say put the bag in. I said
Okay.
empty.
Oh Jesus!
And then we all jump into his bag for the trip. He goes, "Doo, doo, doo, doo. Oh God, Shadow, DM inspiration." And then once
I mean, why don't we jump into your bag and you have him hold on to it? Why does it have to be his
why
bag?
does it matter? They're the same fucking bag.
I have a lot of sharp things in my bag.
I also have
Everybody gets to
sharp
stay in
things
their
my
own
bag.
pocket.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's an option. But we do have a DM inspiration.
Yep. You now have a DM inspiration.
That's
Yeah,
not.
it doesn't matter who gets hit. If we have DM inspiration, we can at least make it back.
Can we though?
Well, so we can make it down there. Then I think we need to really talk about working our way back up naturally.
Yeah,
Why the hell
we're
are
gonna
we
have to
doing that when
appease
we're
the god
down
of
there?
Maker of this world, once again.
Let's just get down there and see what happens. No, that's not a good plan.
Sounds like a plan.
That's not at all what I said.
I mean,
what you
you
imply.
are going into the
No, it's
dungeon of the Mad
not.
Mage. That's kind of like the point of the whole campaign, is going down there and seeing what happens. Oh, shit.
Going down there and seeing what happens says, let's go through some more portals. Fuck it.
Alright. So,
Alright, whatever.
I mean, this is what we agreed to, right?
Yeah, we're going back
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
I will pay Ashes and Ezra 20 platinum pieces each on my debt.
nice.
Down to 230.
Yeah.
Indebted one.
It's worth 2 decks. It's fine. It's worth it.
Okay.
Matt has considered going back to school, but then realized his debt was awful.
Also, I let everybody know about those fist-sized gems that we found. Like, if you guys want to sell them, cool. If not, I can probably find a use for them.
Man, if you can make them into something cool, go for it.
Yeah, it's like 500 gold worth of stuff, though, so it's like not that much.
That's like somebody's retirement.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, oh Matt, I pull out the Fontana.
What? I take it, Julie.
It's finally done.
I kind of watch Bones, make sure he's not gonna stab you while I grab it.
What's it look like?
Yeah, what we got?
All right, so this is what it looks like. It looks like, okay, and I've actually thought about this quite a bit. It looks like the No More Heroes sword, like a katana, like it's missing like the inside of it. Also, like the butterfly lady, from what's his face? The butterfly lady from Demon Slayers.
Okay.
So it's like missing a big chunk in the middle of it.
Hold on, I'm trying to like look up something to get an idea here.
The No More Heroes is just like a pipe, and it has like a laser part.
It, like the hilt goes up, and then it comes out like that, up like this, and up like that, and that's where like the beam comes in. That
yeah,
gap.
but it's like more elegant. It's like the butterfly chick.
Okay. I think I see what you're talking about. It's like something is getting projected in front of this back, almost like a violin.
Well,
Yeah.
I think in its base form, I think when you just hand it over, nothing's really being projected.
No, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
So it looks like that without the beam.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like that without the beam.
Interesting. I take it. I kind of look at it a little bit. I appreciate it. How am I gonna hit someone with this?
I mean, you gotta like attune to it first, right? And like will the blade into existence.
Oh. All right. Well, y'all have a drink. I'm gonna look at this for a half hour and see how I feel about it.
Quick.
It's closer to that, I think.
Okay. So it's just missing like the front blade part. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
So it's got like the hamon, but not like the. Okay.
I don't know what those.
Oh,
words
that's cool. Actually, I like that more than the other one. So.
Yeah.
So actually,
Actually.
don't.
Or I don't know if it's attunement or not, but you gotta will the blade.
Yeah, you do not have to attune to the weapon. It does not require an attunement slot. However,
you gotta call it.
You do, yeah, you do kind of have to like take a moment to familiarize yourself, and as you do, you can feel magic within it, right? And there's no like activation command or anything like that, but there is as Bones is described, right? You have to kind of like will the sword into being.
I channel my key into the blade.
All right. Do you want to take this? Do you want me to take it, Zach?
You can take it.
Okay. Stop me if I go overboard. But basically, what happens is you hear this kind of like. And then on the third one, there is this jet of water that goes up the length of the blade, and it's vibrant blue initially, and then the edge of it goes white like surf, and then you see it goes thin, almost like it's a razor blade of white surf with this backbone of blue water.
That's so fucking cool.
I call it the breaking wave.
Oh,
it's really fucking cool, Zach. It's really fucking cool. Oh, shit. All right, so I'm assuming people want to know what the fuck this
I kind of like I wave it around a little bit.
does. So it's very well made, right? It feels good in your hand. However, it is a magic weapon, but it is not a +1 weapon. It is only an uncommon weapon, and its current enchantment is dedicated to something other than a +1. It looks really fucking cool, first of all. And second of all, and this, I have not proofread this, so this might be a little bit of gibberish, but I'll put it into the Roll20 chat. It does that!
It does do that.
As an action. So for people that can't really like see what's going on, right? As an action, you can create a powerful rush of magical water, releasing it from the blade in an area around the wielder. All creatures within 5 feet of the wielder must make a DC 13 strength saving throw. On a failure, the creatures take 2d8 bludgeoning damage. If the creatures are large or smaller, the magical water binds them, causing them to be grappled with an escape DC of 13. If the saving throw is successful, instead, the creature is pushed 5 feet directly away from the wielder and potentially will take 2d8 damage, bludgeoning damage. I need to edit this, but if they are unable to be pushed. So basically, if you're like in a hallway and someone's next to you and you push them back, right? They'll slam up against the wallway and they won't get pushed, but they'll take damage instead. And this ability can only be used once per long rest. So it's kind of like an AoE blade for you to utilize.
I have visions of Tanjiro's water wheel, except it grabs everyone.
There you go. Yeah, it's cool.
I picture it like that, but with like the water tentacles that Katara did in the last Airbender that one time.
Yeah, that one time.
That's cool.
Yeah, that fucking awesome thing she did just that
once.
Yeah,
right.
Well, then the evil chick in Legend of Korra had the dope ass tentacle arms. Really cool.
She did it a lot cooler.
Yeah,
that was pretty sweet. Okay, Mental Jin. Bones delivers this badass katana, the Breaking Wave, to Matashtai. Is there anything else that you all want to accomplish before you bed down for the night?
Well, we are having our nightcap. Matashtai.
Yeah.
I don't mean to prod, but and if you don't feel like talking about it, that's fine too. But you mentioned your past while we were down there. You brought up the Raedra and a war for the Adar Mountains, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
What's going on? What?
Well, I mean, I feel like we got time. I can get into it. It doesn't bother me none. Well, I gotta double check something because I can't remember the actual name of the continent. It always escapes.
Like Adar or something like that?
No, the continent starts with an S.
Ah, right.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, as I've told y'all before, I'm from the planet of Eberron. Doesn't seem like y'all are super familiar with the multiple worlds, but you got an idea of them, and there's different ways to travel. But for my world, there's several continents. The one that I live on is called Sarlona. On Sarlona, there is an empire called the Unity of Raedra. Now, I don't know if we've real talked much about my Kuori spirit, Valena. Obviously, she's come up from time to time, but she's a race of beings that at one point broke through from their realm into our realm, and a lot of bad ones. Eventually, they were pushed back, but there's a cabal of evil ones that basically run the Unity of Rage. Several very bad Kuori spirits, very powerful ones. Where I'm from, the Adar Mountains, we've fought back for a long time against the Empire. We've been successful because we've united under a single banner, in a way. We're not a nation, we're an organization. I don't remember if I've mentioned it before, but we call ourselves the Presidium. We're a bulwark against this empire. Amongst some of this Presidium are other Kuori spirits, like Valena, who broke off from these evil Kuori in an attempt to give our people a better life. From the way it sounds, a lot of them really don't care for us. But there are about 67 of them back in the day who split off, and through a ritual combined with some of our ancestors. And through years, they've passed on through our bloodlines, and some of us manifest these. It's one of the reasons why I'm on this quest.
Ghost Grandma.
Ghost Grandma.
Kinda.
It seems like that's what it is.
I mean, in a way, though, can something be old if it's eternal?
Yes.
Valena,
Age
in
is
your
irrelevant.
mind, Matashtai, she's, well, I never. How rude. Grandma.
She ain't never had no kids, so I don't really know if you can give her that title.
I have enough to deal with you.
Oh, out of character.
I roll my eyes.
She got some sass. Not much,
Um,
but she's got some sass.
Obviously, there's a little bit more to get into, but the Presidium is broken into several different groups, orders, if you will. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that I'm a member of the Hearthguard.
Yeah, you definitely have.
No memory of that.
That I remember.
This place.
We specifically are kind of the front line.
You're a
get
little bit
dropped
far
in-
away from the front line, my friend.
That I am. But for years I wasn't. And we'd get dropped in at remote villages, homesteads on the edge of the mountains, places where the Unity would push forward, trying to feel out our defenses. We had an edge. The Presidium has an order of mages who specialize in teleportation. We call them Horizon Walkers. They drop us in, us Hearthguard, and we push back these forward advances. And it's been like that for centuries. Back and forth, pushing, ebb and flowing. But we're hoping if I can become the champion of Boldre, maybe we can push out further. Take back some of the lands we've lost.
You know, you've mentioned this a few times, but not into such detail. I think I understand a little bit more why this is so important to you. A lot of lives seem to be at stake.
You just see Ezra enraptured and writing quickly in his book while you're telling this story.
Villaina's just shit. Now we have to kill him.
Too much.
So you mentioned 67 of these spirits joined the Presidium. Is that a large number of the spirits? Is that what is the
That's very
do you
small.
know what the scope is? What is this force you're facing aside from a name?
We don't know how many bad ones there are still in the material realm.
So you would know, Matashtai, that you would have a name for them, specifically the because again the quarry that run the Unity are much like the quarry involved with the Halaster of Adar, right? Like there are so few in comparison to the greater whole. They exert a great amount of influence. Absolutely, they kind of do run things realistically, but there's so much else going on that it's hard to say that they're the sole position of power. But within the Unity, or at least perhaps within the Presidium, said the organization of the evil quarry is called the Dreaming Dark. And
I wasn't sure if you'd use the original name.
which I mean, it's your story, so we absolutely can
No, I
adjust
like that.
things or
That's
change
good.
things how you Sophie. I'm just speaking from the stuff that I know. So you would know that, and you would know that the quarry by nature are hesitant to because of being from a different plane. Basically, they are hesitant to risk themselves, right? But the Dreaming Dark, if evidence suffices, the numbers of quarry from the dark that have been lost over the course of years of as you have said, centuries of conflict, right? Just the number they have lost, I mean, not the host died, but the quarry died, right? Or was
Quarry
sent
is the
back
ghost people?
yeah,
Right?
right.
The spirit.
Yeah.
That number triples the number that even exists within the Presidium. So that's the number that they have lost over the centuries against the Halaster of Adar, right? The amount that is left is
The Dream and Dark, they want to attain a level of control that they can bring the rest of the crew over and dominate our world.
Same, dude.
Suffice it to say, the Presidium doesn't want that to happen.
And the Adar Mountains is just their base of operations, or
It's
the focal point of the war?
It's a central point of land that's difficult for the Unity to attack. A series of mountain ranges, difficult terrain. Our people know it better. And like I said, the Horizon Walkers make it a little bit easier for us to traverse.
And a lot of what's going to happen is dependent on you finding these artifacts.
Well, the whole war ain't dependent on me. I'm not the only dish cooking in the kitchen, but it would help.
So from like a lore standpoint, or from like a fairy tale standpoint, throughout the years, right, all of the great victories over the centuries, not all of them, but many of them, are attributed to various champions of Boltrek, right? Whenever hope seems lost or the worst comes, it's almost always a champion that rises and helps lead the Halaster, the Adar, back from the brink over and over again.
Well, thank you for sharing. Maybe if we survive this, we can help.
Y'all more than welcome.
Level 20 fucking ass kick
Just
campaign,
roll up.
like just raffle stomp campaign.
Roll up to
in
this
fucking,
mountain.
in,
Holy shit, dude.
Eberron. Oh,
It's time
literally
to end
assault.
this.
Literally, the four of us teleport to Eberron and assault an empire.
that'd be pretty fun.
Okay, that would be pretty dope.
That would be pretty dope, dude.
I mean, I of course would have to, engineer some epic level bad guys to, fight
I mean, you
shit
got a couple of
against.
years to get it planned out, Jeremy.
But-
Get to
Bol,
it.
whatever, Bolgar.
Yeah. So,
There's 3 friends.
I feel
like Turner and Hooch.
I feel like at level 20, you guys aren't going to just be 3 friends.
Well, I mean, in your world, yeah, the champion of Bolgar and those guys.
one of them will still be an acquaintance. It's that one. It just never works out.
But yeah, Jeremy, I can't remember. Have we talked about, like, is Valena able to make herself visible to everyone else?
I like
on a
to
whim?
think that she kind of has like the adjacent, like she can like push herself out just ever so slightly and have kind of like the almost apparition aspect. She can't leave your body entirely. She is anchored, tethered to you, right? But I like to think that she can kind of like do that. This is who I am type moment.
I feel like we've seen her in our mind's eye before when he's used his telepathetic.
Yeah, like, well, she's the entire reason I can talk to you. So,
Yeah.
like, typically you kind of get like, you don't see her, you don't hear her, but like you get an impression of her when I talk in your mind. But I would, at this point, I would kind of like tell her, like, this is your story too, and I'd like her to kind of display herself, and I'll say, Valena's been there since the beginning. She's been fighting this war for a long time.
So you will see this kind of like almost ethereal bluish white woman kind of like apparate. It kind of like pushes out of the side of Matashtai.
It's actually Lift just trolling you.
Ooh, no. But actually, why don't you describe her, Matashtai? She's your character, not mine.
She's very tall. So Matt is 6'2", and she's slightly taller than him.
Dang.
You long, straight hair. You can obviously, all being white and blue in color, it's hard to determine clothing and whatnot, but you can see an elegant evening gown on her.
Damn, elegant, like a grandma.
It's not a
Not a
moo-moo.
not a wrinkle in sight.
You ain't gonna have wrinkles to be a babushka,
In
bro.
fact, she looks younger than Matt.
Yeah, I know a lot of 30-year-old grandmas.
But like I said, looks younger than Matt, actually. If you had to place her for a human age, probably about 20.
I don't know any 20-year-old grandmas.
Well, when I see her, I'll nod and say, "Nice to meet you." Finally,
She You get the impression that she's trying to look more regal than she is, but she's kind of playful in her actual personality. Like, she kind of has that, like, yes, bow to me, human.
I'll also say, thanks for keeping an eye on this guy. He would have died a long time before now if it wasn't for you.
Nope, you go for it.
I was just gonna so she makes expressions, and she kind of like nods to you and smiles at your comments, right? But she can't speak out of Matashtai,
Right.
unfortunately. Like if he bridges the gap telepathically with you, then there's almost kind of like she can speak through that into your mind in kind of like a weird offset. It's kind of like a halvesies her, halvesies his, like mind voice situation. Like she hijacks his stuff.
But it's her words.
Yeah, it's a little odd. It's a little uncanny valley, but she seems responsive to what you're saying.
After a moment, obviously she returns.
And it's actually kind of like you're the only one who knows this, because she kind of like she does a good show of it, Matashtai, but it actually, after a moment, she kind of just got sucked back in, because it's almost kind of a strain for her to push herself out for an extended period of time.
Yeah. But yeah, of those 67 original inhabitants, we're all descendants. Anyone who carries the spirit is a descendant of those 67 people. Corey choose who they inhabit. They choose someone who follows their ideals.
I don't know what I was doing with this one.
Rude.
I just felt like being catty. She wouldn't say that. She likes Matashtai.
Most of the time.
When he's not controlled by a fucking shadow.
Yeah, no, she super doesn't like that. Okay.
None of us did.
So,
I like it.
the conversation begins to wind down during your nightcap. And I
Damn, that's
think
fascinating.
I need someone to go ahead and roll me a d20 plus 6.
She.
It's a big plus.
I've done a lot of rolling tonight. I mean, I'm down to, but y'all see.
Here,
what
I
I'm
got it.
doing.
Play 26.
Yay, 26.
What if it's not meant to be good high? What if we want it low?
You all die.
Yeah. That singular
1d60.
lit,
What are you doing, Jay?
Oh,
singular
You're all-
I accidentally rolled a 1d60 and rolled a 3.
Oh my
What?
God. What are you doing?
Damn, it's almost like you had a
The
1 in
first one was a
60
joke.
chance.
The second one I actually fucked up.
How did you try to roll a 1d60 when trying to roll a 1d20 plus
I was
6?
thinking plus 6, and the 6 in my mind went where the 2 should have gone when I was typing.
All right,
All
Jay,
right, roll
you
the
get
actual
one
dice.
more try.
You know, I'm just
Take
gonna,
your time,
I'm just gonna
review
keep
what you're
going.
typing. Plus 6 is 26.
Jesus Christ! All right, hold on, I got it.
He got it. It rolled.
Yeah, he
Okay,
rolled.
All right.
He rolled.
Okay.
You rolled a crit. You're
He
good.
actually rolled.
I thought he just rolled 20 again.
As
No.
this conversation ends, tonight. You're kind of all in. I assume you're having this conversation in a private setting, so you're up in the common room on the second floor in your manor, in your abode, right? Having a nightcap before you all head off to bed. And there's this
We're alcoholic.
rapping at the door. from the outside. You know, you have to go around the fucking the annoying having to go around to the staircase to go up to the rooms. There's a rapping at that door.
All right, I go answer it.
Okay. You open up the door, and standing there is the halfling, Leandre.
Oh, hey, what's up, little Lionheart?
She looks up at you and she says, "Why do you call me that?"
You're brave. I think Leandre Lionheart's a dope name. Also, I'm a cat.
That is
so
actually really dope.
I'm a cat, so I kind of do what I want.
She looks up at you and she says,
"It's kind of how it goes."
Since you hired me to do a job, I figured I'd do it well. You got some problems. There
Do you
are.
want to come up or?
Looks around. Sure.
There's more people there. This is not sexual.
She walks. Well, no. She's like she's not. She's looking back over her shoulder.
Oh, okay.
So she heads inside, and she says, "Oh, it's all of you. Good. You're being watched
Well,
by the
yeah,
type of people who like to kill for money."
Sure. Yeah, almost always.
And I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and in tonight's episode.
Uh-oh. Dang, we've pissed off a lot of people. We've pissed off a lot of people.
We kind of do just throw money around. We seem like pretty good marks.
So
Says the guy who just paid off 15 random strangers off the side of
To
the
create a diversion, okay? It was necessary for the operation.
street. You know, we throw around a lot of money. Here I am throwing around a lot of money.
I didn't give them golds. I did not give them any gold. All right.
Sure. All right.
So I'm just trying to think. Like, I already know, like, Zent doesn't like us.
Xanathar doesn't like us.
Zan doesn't like us. There's probably so many others.
Well, technically, we
We
don't know
have
if the
so many
Lamplighter-
enemies.
We don't know if the Lamplighters Guild really likes us. What if that guy was like the Grand Master Flame or some bullshit?
Like, he was like I thought originally, like, he's marking our house for.
That's what I've thought too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't
honestly.
a good sign.
I mean, he might not have been lying that we take care of our own, and by
Exactly.
taking care of his own, he means getting rid of us. We're not one of theirs.
I thought he just meant like the guild system in general.
You have too much faith in humanity, Zach.
I guess so.
All right. So a bunch of stuff happening this time around. Some resolution made on certain situations. Some fun role play scenarios. Some nice, just kind of like tasks taken care of, which is always good. And
Emptied out some bags of holding.
now a new potential problem arises. So we will see next week on Dungeon of the Mad Mage, what our party has gotten themselves into now, and if they are ever going to be able to make it back to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.